This Corecon training video covers another feature of Corecon's quality control and safety module called Site Hazard Assessments. Construction accidents, injuries, illnesses, and incidents could be prevented with proper planning. A proper site hazard assessment is a critical element and an effective way to set up a safety and health program which is proactive. It provides an ongoing process to identify and assess such hazards. The goal is to identify hazards before they occur with the goal of preventing these hazards. Site hazard assessments usually include gathering information about workplace hazards, inspecting the site or workplace for safety hazards, identifying any health hazards, and conducting incident investigations when a hazard does occur. For that reason, a site hazard assessment is something that construction contractors, architects, and engineers will continually refer back to and update throughout a project. The site hazard assessment also plays a large role in reporting, and in some cases, contracts require that a site hazard assessment be filed with the project owner before you begin. If you've never prepared a site hazard assessment in the past, there's an abundance of information available free from government agencies. For example, in Canada, the Canadian Centre for Occupational Health and Safety has information as well as site hazard assessment items that you can include in your plan. In addition, the United States Department of Labor, the Division of Occupational Safety and Hazard Administration, provides an abundance of information, including action items and ways of preparing, and even samples of site hazard assessment plans. Corecon's Quality Control and Safety module includes site hazard assessments and site hazard items. These play a key role in Corecon's construction safety programs and is implemented on a proactive and ongoing basis to identify and assess hazards. There's a couple things to remember before you begin. First, companies and contacts that may be referenced in your site hazard assessment should be added to the project directory, which is project specific. Second, if you go to Global Settings, Feature Settings, Quality Control and Safety, and scroll down to the Site Hazard Assessment item options, you can create and categorize a list of common items that you use from project to project. This speeds up the process of setting up a new site hazard assessment for each new project that comes in the future. To add new items, you have an option to add. You can also edit existing site hazard assessment item options, or you can delete existing items. Back to Corecon Quality Control and Safety. To add a new site hazard assessment, go over to the Actions button and click Add Manually. A site hazard assessment usually starts with an inspection. So the first step in the wizard in adding a new site hazard assessment is to schedule the inspection. I've already selected a project. I'm optionally going to add the prime contract number and schedule the date for this inspection. I'm going to add inspectors. These are going to include someone from your company, possibly a safety consultant, and possibly someone representing the project owner. Click Add and Next. We're going to add a location. I'm going to enter something generic, and we're going to start adding hazard assessment items. You may end up adding items throughout the project. Let's add a few items that are serious in nature. We'll select the responsible company and contact and a completion date. This is the list that you set up in your Corecon Global Settings under Features and Quality Control and Safety. Again, identifying those potential hazards before they occur. Then we'll click Add and Next. Even though you can attach files throughout the process, we're going to go ahead and add two that might be applicable from the beginning. We'll add some material safety data sheets and OSHA's harness inspection guide. I also can select local files or existing. And then we'll click Add and Finish. Now that we have a list of items, as new items come in or need to be added, we can go down to the hazard items that we've already added and click Import and begin adding more. We can also change the priority and the responsible company and the estimated completion date as you go. You'll also have a way of monitoring and updating the status and responsible parties by selecting several items that you've already added. Going to Global Changes, you can change the responsible company, the contact, location, priority, estimated completion date, actual completion date, and if needed, delete items. If hazardous incidents do occur, the site hazard assessment needs to be updated. This is a continually evolving document. Even though a report may need to be filed at the beginning, usually intermittent reports and even a final report need to be submitted. For that reason, Corecon has also provided reports. So I'm going into the Site Hazard Assessment Details, going to Reports, and clicking on the Site Hazard Assessment Details. I'm just going to print this to PDF. Your logo will appear here, of course, and you'll begin to see the items. Now let's go back to Quality Control and Safety. Items can be individually edited under the applicable site hazard items. So this is the item assessment. These are the items that make that up. We'll click on those, and individual details can be added and updated. You also have the option to filter, and you can edit the column headings that show on this display at the user level. Back to Quality Control and Safety. If you'd like to know more about this subject covered in this training video, we encourage you to go to the knowledge base, to Leads and Projects, to Quality Control and Safety, and review the information under the Site Hazard Assessment Knowledge Base article.